All right, man. It says we're live. So what's up, Bobby? What's going on, man?
Not much, Goose. Not much,
Yeah,
man.
man. So we made the playoffs. Made the playoffs. Had serious doubts that we get this far, but we made it. We made it. So
Yeah, I remember me and you. We were talking at the beginning of the season, and the hopes of finishing out the season were pretty low.
yeah. So I'm yeah. I gave it a low percentage to finish, but they got every game in. I got to give it to the NFL. They got every game in. What's up, Kobe Bryant and Eric? But yeah, we talked about it. First week we did the first week we started doing these. We said, man, we just hope to get to the second week in the third week, and man, here we are, playoffs, man. But we did have some games last week that had some significance to seedings and who made the playoffs, who didn't make the playoffs, and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah,
So
a lot of week 17 actually. They did like most of those games.
they
A lot of
mattered.
them like a lot of them like don't matter, but like this year, like there were quite a few that determined either who got in or who got bounced, and like you said, the seedings moved around a lot.
Because one thing the NFL did a few years ago is they started putting divisional games like the last 2 weeks of the season, which helped out races and stuff like that. But what's going on, Ashley and Cameron and Jaquel, man? What's up? All right, man. So we'll quickly go over last week. But this first game did have some significance. We had the Bills. They beat the Dolphins 56-26. That really knocked out Miami.
Yep.
Well, the playoff race because they had to win, but they were dealt a blow because all they had was Tua. They had no Fitz magic for them this week. But the Bills, man, they're dangerous.
They look good. They
They're
look
dangerous.
real
They're
good.
dangerous. They're dangerous for one team, and that's Kansas City. But the Bills, they look really good.
They
They look
do.
really good. But yeah, so Miami, not having Fitz magic, it hurt them. I don't think they'd beat them even with him because the Bills are just that good, man. I think the Bills are better than they are. But yeah, man. So see what's next. We got the Ravens and the Bengals. So the Ravens, they were limping at one point in the season, but they won several in a row, and they finished 11-5. As
Yeah, they hit a little bit of a skid in the middle of their season there.
they've gotten hot. They've gotten hot at the right time as they beat the Bengals 38-3. Bengals finished 4-11-1, so they'll probably finish with a top five pick. They need to address offensive line. I mean, that's all.
If they don't, if the Bengals do not draft at least two linemen this year, they're stupid. They're stupid.
Yeah,
Like, you saw this year what Burrow could do when he was protected. When they protected him, he played well. And it was the same thing in LSU. When LSU behind, as long as LSU gave him time, he tore teams up.
Yeah, because I really like they got what was it, T. Higgins out of Clemson.
Yes.
I believe that was in the second round they got him, and that was a good pickup for them last year. But the Bengals are definitely going to have to pick up some linemen in the draft. Let's see. We got this next game had some playoff implications. Is the Browns beat the Steelers 24-22. Steelers, I'd be worried if I was a Steelers fan. They're limping into the playoffs. They're limping.
Yeah, they've it's been weird. It's been weird for the Steelers though because they had all that momentum, 11-0, and then they take that first loss, and it was just like I don't think they've ever been the same since that first loss.
Well, they're 11-0 or 12-0. How many games lost? Let's see, how many games lost in a row?
I think they were 11-0 heading into that 12.
Yeah, they won. They won last year.
Ever since they took that first loss, it was just like they've been up and down and just haven't been able to find any rhythm at all.
Yeah, they lost to Washington, then they lost to the Bills, then they lost to the Bengals. They beat the Colts, and they lost to Browns. So they're living in the playoffs. Pittsburgh. They're limping, and it's one thing you don't want to do is limp into the
playoffs.
It's boded bad for teams in the past.
Yeah,
when you limp in the playoffs, because you can't turn it on, because usually sometimes you're going to play a hot team the next week, and they're hot, you're cold. So,
and that team that's on the hot streak could even be worse than you, and you're still gonna.
But the Browns make the playoffs for the first time in 18 something years. But now their coach has coronavirus, so the Browns might be screwed their first playoff game.
I saw that right. Yeah, like they were talking about it earlier in the day, and it was just like I don't talking about I don't know if it's like the karma gods or whatever it is, but they just don't like the Browns, man. They
don't like the Browns, man. The Browns are just they're the Browns, man. But they are going to go to the playoffs. The last year they had all the expectations last year, and they fell flat in their face. But this year they're going to the playoffs. I don't know how far they're going to go, but they're going to go as far as Mayfield. Yeah, they're going to go as far as Mayfield's play will take. Yeah,
if Mayfield doesn't play well, they're done. They're toast.
And this next game won't spend much time on it. Had nothing to do with the playoffs. Vikings beat the Lions 37-35. So Minnesota made the playoffs last year. This year they were up and down too much. They started off the season too poorly. Were they 0-4, 0-5 to start the season, something like that? And,
Minnesota's an interesting one though. They they started the season off awful, and then they did have like mid-season they started to figure some stuff out. They're still like a really young team though, like really young. And I know both of their corners playing throughout the year, they were I think they were rookies or they were that team was gonna have it rough, especially in the division that they're in, having to play that division is with an injured or a young roster is not going to have good end results.
Yeah, I say so. All right, so next game we got the Patriots and the Jets. Another game that didn't have any playoff implications is the Patriots beat the Jets 28-14. So the Jets finished with the second worst record. So they'll probably get not going to get Trevor Lawrence, but they didn't fire their coach Gates.
They'll have their pick of whatever quarterback they want outside of Lawrence. Lawrence will go to the Jags, and then, but they'll have their pick out of that. Out of those, there are other four guys in there.
Yeah, but so the Patriots. I mean, what happened? What was your take on them this season?
They play pretty good in that game. They've been up and down all year. I think the biggest struggle for them was that they didn't have a plan at quarterback, and they were forced to settle with Cam Newton.
Yeah,
they settled with Cam because I think it was the only there wasn't really too much else out there. He was the last guy left, and they tried to make it work, and it worked sometimes, and it didn't work most of the time, and I think it got progressively worse as it went on. So they got some they got a lot of decisions they got to make. I don't think he'll be back though. I think Cam Newton played the last game.
I think y'all will try to move on. We finally got
reports came out before the game that they had mutually agreed, on a separation that Belichick and Cam want to move on.
But it's the Patriots, man. Which y'all finish at? 7-9.
7-9.
7-9, man. 7-9. Man.
The last time they had a record like that, I believe it was when the Jets beat them in 09. Yeah.
2009, really? Wow.
I think that's the last time they had a record like that.
Wow. I thought it would have been 1999.
No, wait, I take it back because no, they were no, it was farther than that because the Jets year was they went 11. The Jets year was 11-5. So it was. I take that back. They were 11-5 that year. It was like 96 or 97. I think 96. I think 96. They had a record like that.
A long time, man. A lot of young Patriot fans don't. They've never tasted a season like this. So
they don't.
News.
Anybody any Pats fan under the age of 20 doesn't know. They don't know what pre-Brady was like. This is what they finished, dude. Like 7-9, 8-8, 10-6. 6-10.
Right.
That's what they did for years. And then
outside that one year they played the '85 Bears in the Super Bowl. They've been up and they've never been like this. But so that's a lot of rebuilding.
The 85 Bears took them apart.
Oh, the 85 Bears took everybody apart, except Miami, except the Dolphins. The Dolphins did beat them in the regular season. Then the Patriots beat the Dolphins in the AFC title game that year. Not many people probably know about that, but the Dolphins did beat the Bears that year. But they didn't beat them when it counted.
Dark. I was a high schooler in 2001, man. I've been a fan for a lot longer than that.
But all right, so this next game did have some playoff implications as the Giants beat the Cowboys 23-19. I'm sure you probably didn't see this game because this game was going on around your time. But did you?
I saw the highlights, but I didn't get to see the game actually.
This game ended so crazy. This game ended so crazy. I mean, the Cowboys were driving. They throw an interception in the end zone. And then the Giants get the ball back. They try to run out the clock, and the fullback just drops the ball. The running back just drops the ball. They just scramble for it. I thought the Cowboys got it. I was like, oh my God. I said the Cowboys are going to look out win this game. But the Giants did recover because there was a replay that showed the Giants recovering the football. But man, I mean, this game was crazy at the end. But the Giants stayed alive. 23-19 as it gave them a chance later in the night, but we'll go over that game later. Maybe to win the division. But the Giants, man, and the Cowboys. I mean, this NFC East has been a horrible division the whole year.
Oh, that whole division has been awful all year.
I mean, that's a horrible division. But the Giants stayed alive for a few hours. But we'll go over that because the last game of the day was very interesting, to say the least.
I think the Giants are the least dysfunctional.
Yeah,
out of all four of them. I think the Washington football team is definitely trending in the right direction. I think it took them, 3/4 of a season to figure some stuff out, but once they did, they beat some good teams.
Yeah.
They did beat some good teams. So Ron Rivera is a good coach. Don't underestimate. He is a good coach.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next game we got the Buccaneers and the Falcons. This game. Tampa Bay had to win this game in order to lock in that 5 seed, and they did. Mm-hmm. So they beat the Buccaneers beat the Falcons 44-27. So Tampa Bay is coming in on a hot note. They've won like 4 or 5 in a row. They're coming in hot in the playoffs. They're dangerous. I don't. We've beaten them twice so far this season, and it's gonna be tough to beat. If we played them again, it's gonna be tough to beat them 3 times. It doesn't happen in the NFL. We rarely had that opportunity, but when you're playing somebody 3 times in a row, or 3 times in one season, it's hard to do that. But the Buccaneers they're coming in hot in the playoffs. Another team coming in hot. And let's see. Another team coming in hot is this other game, Packers and the Bears. This had a lot of intrigue for the Saints because we needed Chicago to win, we needed Seattle to win. Of course, the Saints had to win, but Green Bay.
You needed all 3 to get the what?
We needed too much to happen
to get the 1, right? To get the 1 seed.
The 1 seed. We needed too much to happen, but Green Bay, another team. So the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through Lambeau, and it's probably going to be snow up there for the playoffs. So 35-16, Green Bay got the win. Aaron Rodgers, and he looks like he's found the fountain.
He looks like the Aaron Rodgers of 2008.
He's found the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
No, we talked about when they drafted Jordan Love, they might put a boot up his ass. He's come out and said that has nothing to do with that. But I mean,
yeah, we all know it did. We all know that just like Brady with Garoppolo, we all know that was a strategic move from the coach to get Rodgers focused again, and it worked.
Yeah.
And it worked brilliantly.
I mean, I didn't expect him to say, "Oh yeah, man, that made me focus. That made me focus again." I mean, he wasn't going to say that. But I mean, we all know that we all know the truth. But
when you do something like that, especially to a quarterback like that, like Brady, like Rodgers, any of them, insert any of the top 4 quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Any of those guys, you draft it. It does. It motivates them because they know that their job, if they don't perform, is up in the air.
If there's competition at a position, it's going to make you work harder. Work harder. So, all right. So now, man, we had a bunch of late games. Man, the NFL did a good job this week putting a bunch of games at the late window, the 4 o'clock.
The 4 o'clock games were really good. They were.
The first one was the Saints. The Saints beat the Panthers 33-7. We caught like 5 or 6 turnovers. I mean, Saints really. Saints. Of course, we had no running backs. Yeah. We had no running backs, but we had no running backs.
Ty Montgomery filled in pretty good for you guys.
I said we had no running backs, but we had somebody rush for 100 yards. So,
but that was clutch. Talk about stepping in and stepping up. Montgomery played well for you guys that game.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, and the offensive line had a lot to do with that. But so I tell you, Teddy Bridgewater threw 2 interceptions, and P.J. Walker, the guy that played for the XFL, he threw 3 interceptions. So the Saints had 5 interceptions. The Saints had Sunday. So they got the number 2 seed, which is good. At least we'll have 2 home playoff games, one for the wild card, one for the division round if we get that far. Yeah. So it's better to get the 2 seed than 3 seed because.
Well, with the 2 seed, don't you guys avoid playing the Packers until like the NFC title game?
Yeah,
that could work, and you know what I mean, like that could work in you guys' favor.
Yeah. What if they lose? And
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, weirder stuff has happened this year. So if they get punched out early, and then you guys, you could get to actually face a lesser opponent, which. I mean, that would be the most ideal situation for you.
I agree. All right, so this next game had no implications at all. Raiders beat the Broncos 32-31. Raiders, another team, they started off hot, and then they just fell apart at the end. As they beat Kansas City earlier in the season. They're one of the teams that beat. I think the only team to beat the Chiefs this year.
They're the only team. I think they're the only team to beat Kansas City. Yeah.
Well, the Chiefs lose. I think the Chiefs lost, but this week. But I don't think it mattered. No, the Chargers won, but the Chiefs didn't play their starters. So the Raiders only team to beat the Chiefs. So but we'll see what happens next year with Chucky. Chucky's a 500 coach. Look at his record. That's what he is. I mean, he caught lightning. So
he's too old school. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his style, just you have to adapt in this league now, and you have to, it's just a different league than when he was coaching, and they signed him to $100 million deal. It's like
I was surprised he left the Monday night booth. I thought he was going to stay there.
Yeah.
I was surprised
when they announced him coming back.
So, but all right. Next time we got the Colts and the Jaguars. Another game that had some playoff implications. I think the Colts had to win this game as they beat the Jaguars 28-14. So the Colts, they're coming in. They're 11-5. A lot of teams 11-5.
Hey, Frank Reich. This just goes to show you that the mastermind behind the Eagles Super Bowl against the Pats was Frank Reich. It was. Doug Peterson has fallen flat on his face since Frank Reich left. Even last season, I'm telling you, dude, it proves that Frank, that there was one person responsible for the Eagles beating the Patriots, and it was Frank Wright.
Yeah.
Look at what he's doing. Like in Indy, he's building that defense back up. Like they're going to be a good team if they keep going in the same direction.
Yeah. So the Colts could be a dangerous team in the playoffs. Could be a dangerous team. But they're coming in. They're coming in hot in the playoffs also. Next we got the Chargers and the Chiefs. The Chiefs lost 38-21, but the Chiefs played nobody.
I was going to say they probably played no one. They had nothing.
Nobody played. So the Chiefs they're the number one seed. They're still the favorite to get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion, in the AFC. But although Buffalo is coming right down their necks, I think. So, all right, with the Rams and the Cardinals, as if Arizona had to win this game, they lost. Rams won 18-7. And that knocks out the Cardinals for the playoffs. And the Rams go to the playoffs. And they're 10-6. Cardinals finished 8-8 on the season. So, but there's no Jared Goff. No Jared Goff. If he can't come back into the playoffs, I don't think the Rams have a chance to really go very far around him. I don't know. I just think that he's key to their success.
He is, because no quarterback runs that offense and that style better, play calling style better than him. So if they don't have him, that's huge. That's huge.
They only scored 18 points Sunday, which 18 points in the NFL usually you lose if you score 18 points.
Yep. If you're scoring under 20 points, you're usually losing the game.
Not in today's game. All right, next game. This is another game that. Let's see. Yeah. Seahawks in San Francisco. Seahawks win 26-23 as Seattle. No, they had to win this game to have any chance for the number 2 seed. Yeah, they had a hope for us to lose, but so they held off and beat Frisco 26-23. So Seattle, another team is dangerous, man. Another team is dangerous, especially going up to playing in Seattle. Russell Wilson's a good quarterback.
As long as Russell Wilson's the quarterback of that team, they have a chance.
Yeah, Jared Goff has a broken thumb, so I'm not really sure how long he's out, Russell. Not sure on that.
I know what did they say? They said it in the game that he has he's got like pins and screws put into it to help it heal quicker.
I think it's throwing finger too, so that's even worse.
Is it his throwing it? Yeah. I remember hearing that he's got like two screws in it to help it actually heal quicker. But I don't know, man. That's if he can't go next week, which I assume he's not going to be able to, because if it's broken like that you need you need 2 screws to hold it together, I would assume he's not going to be able to go.
Yeah, and they're playing Seattle too. So that's but yeah. So like I said, Seattle playing up there. And Russell Wilson, he's clutch, man. He's clutch when it counts. He's quarterback.
He's put that team on his back for years now.
Yeah, he has.
He's playing with no offensive line. He's finally got some weapons. He's finally got some receivers to work with, but he's got no offensive line. His offensive line has sucked for years.
Yeah. And we got the Titans and the Texans. The Titans, they won on a last-second field goal, 41-38, as that win gave them the AFC South title. So the Titans will get a home playoff game. So so the Titans, Derrick Henry. I think they're going to go as far as Derrick Henry. If Derrick Henry can run for 200 yards a game, I think they'll have a good chance.
Same scenario as last year.
Yeah.
The Titans will go as far as King Henry can carry him. Yeah. That's it.
He rushed for 2,000 yards this season.
I know.
You don't see
almost 2,100. He was just shy of it.
Yeah, you don't see that in the NFL.
No.
It's just the way the league is.
Yeah, no, you just don't. You don't.
All right, man. Let's see. In this,
Titans, you know what's going to be the downfall of the Titans, though? The defense.
The defense,
the Titans defense is going to be their downfall. Their defensive secondary is awful. It's terrible.
Yeah, their defense is probably will do them in.
If they have to face a high-powered offense like Green Bay or something like that, it's like once they start playing a lot of these more high-powered offenses, they could be in trouble.
All right, and the last game, the last game of the I guess it's officially the 2020 season, right? Washington beat the Eagles. Did the Eagles throw the game? Maybe they did. But
come on, Goose. You know the answer to that question. Of course they did. The Eagles tanked that game on purpose to give the Giants the finger.
Man,
of course they did.
Who they put me at quarterback out there? I never heard this guy. I haven't heard Sutherfeld in years, man. I mean, whatever his name is.
And then they're excuse like, oh, dude, like get out of here with that.
So, I mean,
of course they tanked. It's the Eagles. Like
the Eagles.
I tell you one thing though, if I'm the Giants and Joe Judge,
what's up,
I'm scoring like 65 points on that. Like I am beating the Eagles without mercy next year. If I'm the Giants and I face them, I don't care if the score is like 45 to 3.
Yeah, I know.
But at the half, I'm putting my starters back out there and scoring in another 45. Like,
I mean,
if I was the Giants, I would beat that team mercilessly next year, without mercy.
But then I say, you know what? The Giants were 6-10, man. I mean, I get it; they won their division, but they really deserve the playoffs being 6-10. Probably not, but there was some good. They should have swept the Eagles. Evan Ingram, I think it was Evan Ingram game.
If Evan Ingram catches that ball, they beat him, they definitely beat him one time.
I think they would have swept them if that was it a Monday night game? Was that the game that Daniel Jones tripped down at the 5-yard line?
Yep.
That's the same game that Evan Ingram dropped the pass that would have given the first down and ran out the clock. But
they should have swept them. They absolutely should have beat them both times.
But see, that's why I hate. You never want to count on another team winning or losing a game, especially somebody in your division, if it means you make the playoffs. I mean, you never want to come down to that because most times you're gonna get disappointed.
The thing to me though is like it's like if you're gonna tank the game, like don't do it mid game. They set like if you're gonna tank the game, then start Nate Sudfeld. Don't put him in when you in the middle of the game on national dude, the national broadcasters even knew what was going on and they couldn't say anything about it because they knew that they couldn't say anything because they have to protect the shield and all that BS. But even they knew. It's like if you're gonna go that route, then just start him. Then just throw him in as a starter.
It's not like the game was out of hand. It was winnable. It was winnable, but so that's a little drama there in the NFC East to end the season. So Washington, the team with no name, goes to the playoffs. Man, so the playoffs. Are you excited for the playoffs? I am. We have a double header. Oh, a triple header, Saturday and Sunday. The NFL. This is the reason why they added this extra playoff team to get more
playoff games in there.
Games. Yeah. So we get two extra games now on Saturday and Sunday. Triple header. Man, they can't ask for anything better. Revenue wise and just ratings and all that. So the NFL knew what they were doing. I still don't like it. I don't like adding another playoff team. I think you're rewarding somebody go 8-8, but
yeah, you're rewarding mediocrity, but
it didn't happen this year.
Which kind of negates the whole purpose of the playoffs because it's the best teams.
Well, what's funny is I think the AFC, I think wasn't 11-5 was a wild card. I think 11-5 or 10-6 was a wild card. So it really this year it actually worked out okay. But we got 6 games, man. We got 3 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday. And first one this might be a good game. Colts Bills. This is at 105 Eastern on Saturday.
Indy is actually going to give Buffalo a run, because both of those teams are they're pretty good they're pretty good offensively. You know, Indy on the run. You know, they run. Indy runs the ball well because of that offensive line, and then Buffalo with Diggs, you know, through the air. So that, and then the defenses on both sides are good. So that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, 11-5 versus 13-3. Buffalo's actually a 6.5 point favorite. I like the Bills.
I'm going to take. I'll take Buffalo in that one, but that's going to be a close game. That's going to be a touchdown or less game. Absolutely.
But it can Phillip Rivers, can he? He's been the choker in the playoffs his whole career. Can he? I mean, because I don't know if he'll come back next year. Or is it just a 1-year deal for him? I can't remember if he signed a 1-year deal or not. For the Colts.
I bet they try and bring him back because that's the best that team has looked in years.
Yeah, it is. It is, but that should be that should be a good game early on. So I just noticed that they put the games on CBS, Fox, and then NBC. So I guess they don't want them overlapping on the same network.
Yeah.
So next we got the
they're all Rams. Aren't they like all stacked up? They're like stacked, right? Like they don't want to.
Yeah, the next game is at 3-4. For the next game is 4:40 Eastern.
Yeah, so it's like pretty much right as one ends, they go right into another one.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. The Rams and the Seahawks are only a 4-point favorite. But I mean, like I said, if Jared Goff doesn't play in this game, I just don't see how the Rams can even be competitive, honestly.
Oh, if Goff doesn't play, the Seahawks are going to win by like 10 or 14. Easy.
Yeah, Brandy's right. Rivers has about 9 kids. He needs to play another year. He needs some more money. He does. He does have about 9 kids. But Seattle.
Rivers got more kids than the Pats had wins.
And Reigns too. So so Seahawks, they're 12-4, so they're coming in pretty hot in the playoffs as they won the NFC West. But we'll see what the injury.
But like just as 1 sec, right? Me and you, we remember we've said this a couple of times that if you put even a halfway decent quarterback on the Colts, they would be good.
Right. Yeah.
It kind of proves that point. You put a halfway decent quarterback on the Colts with the weapons they had, and they're good. They're more than good. They're really good.
They had last year. It wasn't Jacoby Brissett.
It was Brissett last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, you said, like we said, you know, a better quarterback. Like obviously, Rivers he's accurate. He can throw. You know, that just goes to show you that the quarterback was one of the pieces they were missing.
All right, this next game is interesting for Saturday, and I'll say, we got Tampa Bay going on the road to face Washington. Now, Washington is 7-9. They won the division. Yeah, they won the division. But if you look back at the playoffs, Bobby, teams that won their division have a losing record. They win their home playoff game.
Yeah,
the Seahawks did it.
Yep.
The Panthers did it.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody else that did it. Escaping. They showed the stat. Even though you have a losing record, they win their home playoff game.
Yeah.
I mean, the Seahawks beat the Saints in 2010. We had to go up there as a wild card. I think we were like 10-6, 7-5. And
home
they had
field advantage in the playoffs is huge.
Right. It was a home field advantage.
Yeah, it's huge.
Seattle. I don't know if it's going to matter today or Saturday against Washington, but they do have a good defense. Redskins. Sorry, I didn't mean to fit nobody.
That's the real name. We all know who they really are. But yeah, no. Washington has that front seven that Washington has. Dude, they're good. They're real good. They're fast. They get at it. And I mean, momentum is a crazy thing, dude.
It is. But I think both teams are playing well right now. I mean, I would give the edge to Tampa Bay, but like I said, it's just.
Listen to me, right? This is coming from a Patriot fan. Tom is on a freaking mission.
He is on a mission.
He's on a mission. He's already stuck it to Bill by getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, getting playoffs.
Believe me, this is believe me, he is going to be on a mission. As much as I like the Washington defense, and did you see what Chase Young said about Tom at the end of the game? Calling out Tom Brady. He goes, "I want Tom." He said, "Tom Brady, I'm coming. I want Tom." Right?
Okay.
Yeah, all right, kid. Be careful what you wish for, Junior.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're gonna drop at least 35 on Washington. At least.
Yeah. Always be careful what you wish for.
Brady and Rodgers have been playing with a freaking purpose this year. Like there's motivation behind that, and when you have a motivated Tom Brady, usually bad things happen.
Yeah. Garth Brooks made a song years and years ago called "Unanswered Prayers." Sometimes God's greatest gifts. Unanswered, yeah. So just be careful what you wish for sometimes.
When I heard him saying that, I was like, that's gonna get back to Brady.
Yeah. Chase wants Tom. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. Just be careful what you wish for, bud. Be careful what you wish for. Don't make the goat mad. Don't make him mad.
All right, man. So there's our triple header on Saturday. Now Sunday we got also another triple header, but it starts a little bit later. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't. Never mind. It had the Saints as my favorite. I probably go first. But the game at 1:05 on ABC is the Ravens and the Titans. This might be a very, very interesting game. They have Baltimore as a 3-point favorite. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know if I can trust.
The only reason they have that is because they know Tennessee has no D.
Yeah, but
the Titans have no defense. But we saw what the Titans did to Baltimore last year too.
Yeah, I mean
they ran all over them.
Are we gonna really trust Lamar Jackson?
No, he's gonna choke again.
In the playoffs,
Lamar is gonna choke again. The Titans are gonna win that game.
But so Baltimore's a favorite. This is on ABC. ABC. So ABC has to win the game.
Put it if Lamar chokes again, they have to give some serious consideration to getting a quarterback, because he'll be like the Ravens version of Phillip Rivers. Good in the regular season and just bad under pressure all the time. And if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you can't have that.
The NFL and Disney, they put this game on ABC. Why don't they put their Monday Night Football on ABC? I mean, I don't get that. I don't get why they have it on ESPN. They should put their Monday Night Football on ABC like it used to be, when the whole world can watch it. But such is life. All right, next game is my game, man. We got the Saints and the Bears. This game is at 4:40 Eastern, 3:40 local time. As the Saints are a 10-point favorite. Wow.
The Saints are gonna crush that team. The Bears don't stand a chance.
The Bears do have some playoff history together. They do. They beat us in '88 in a wild card up in Lambeau.
Yeah, that was the last time they were good.
In '88, they beat us in Soldier Field. Also, in 2006, they beat us for the NFC title game up in Soldier Field. So we've had some history with the Bears in the playoffs. We've lost twice. Trying to think, that's we haven't played them any more than that. Our question is if Kamara can play and Latavius Murray and then Michael Thomas can play, I really feel very confident that the Saints can win this game very comfortably. But
the Saints are going to crush that team. As long as Mitch Trubisky is the quarterback of the Bears, that team is not going anywhere.
we beat them earlier in the year up in Soldier Field and by a field goal in overtime.
Yeah.
So
this one's not going to be that close. You guys should crush that team.
Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. But the Saints and the Bears, they'll play at 4:40. That's on CBS. Also, it's on Nickelodeon. I don't know if you saw that, but the game is on Nickelodeon also.
Is it really?
Yeah. They're supposed to do something like have like slime end zones. You know, it's weird. I don't know. But yeah, the game's on CBS. Nickelodeon. Sunday nightcap. As I'm
Goose, you're froze up there for a
second. We got the
Browns
and the Steelers. No, I froze up. I froze up for a second there. But Browns and the Steelers. Rematch.
The Browns might have beat them the first time, but without Stefanski and without.
Yeah, I agree.
With all the issues they're facing going into that game, I can't see them winning. I can't see the Browns winning.
Yeah, I agree. I know they beat the Steelers last week. This past weekend, but yeah, when you play a team back to back like that, especially now you got to go on the road to play Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh,
and I think Big Ben's going to be back. I think Roethlisberger is going to be back, so it's like you're not facing Mason Rudolph. You're going to face you'll face Ben Roethlisberger. That's a big time talent jump there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the.
So it's like the Browns get to enjoy their 15 minutes in the sunshine before they get crushed and sent home.
Man, so I think we've got some interesting games. And then the divisional round next week, they got games on Saturday and Sunday, a doubleheader on Saturday and Sunday next week. So, but yeah, the wild card looks pretty good. So the NFL, they wanted more teams in the league. I'm trying to in the playoffs so they can get more money, and they're going to get what they want in that. So
they definitely did. They did.
Yeah, I mean, no. I remember one time they wanted to have 8 teams. If the coronavirus was going to cancel a game, they wanted to have 8 teams in there. So, which I thought would have been insane, but yeah. So the Packers and the Chiefs are sitting at home. They're sitting at home waiting to find out who they're going to play next week. So yeah, it should be an interesting game. So yeah, I had the Bills, Seahawks, the Buccaneers.
I can't stand either one of those teams, the Packers or the Chiefs. I honestly, if the AFC title game is the Bills and Chiefs, I'm even though Buffalo's a division rival, I hate Kansas City. I hate that team. I'm rooting for the Bills.
Yeah, so I had all the home teams except Tampa Bay. I think the Buccaneers will beat Washington, but I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy happens in that game, just because usually the home team wins this playoff game. But usually there's a advantage for the home crowd, but we're not going to have that today. We're not going to have that Saturday, so that's probably going to tilt it to the Buccaneers' favor.
Yeah, I just think I think overall the Bucs are a better team too. So,
but yeah, so the Buccaneers. I think if the Saints win, if Tampa Bay wins and Seattle wins, like we think, it'll be Saints in Seattle in New Orleans next week, and then Tampa Bay against Green Bay. Man, that will be 2 good games, I think, if that happens. Tampa Bay going to Green Bay. Tom has a chance. I think to beat Aaron Rodgers in the cold, just because Tom knows how to play in that kind of weather.
Mm-hmm.
Tom knows how to play in that weather. He does. He's done it for his whole career. His whole career, he's played in the snow. So
I will have to admit, though, if a Brady and Rodgers NFC title game would be pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think they can meet. I don't think. Well, I think it all depends because the one seed is going to get the one seed is always going to have the highest remaining seed the next round. So if the Bears beat the Saints, then yeah, it would be the Bears versus the Packers in the second round, and then the Buccaneers versus the Seahawks. If that scenario plays out, well, it's a chance, but.
Or we could see a Brady Breeze NFC title game if they beat it, if they get there.
Yeah, you can see Brady Breeze in the NFC title game, but man,
since we were robbed of it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're right. We might get it. Yeah, I could like I said, I can see Brady going into Green Bay and winning just because he knows how to play that kind of weather in that inclement weather. He's Peyton Manning couldn't do it. I remember
terrible. They've played in some terrible conditions up here.
When you guys had that rivalry with the Colts for several years in the playoffs, when they played you up there in New England, I mean they Manning looked horrible. It was only when they played y'all in the
dome,
in the dome that it changed. But yeah, I mean Manning couldn't play he played like crap in the cold weather. So yeah, I think
we beat the Colts up so bad they had to put an AFC finalist banner up. That's how bad we would make them feel.
AFC, that's bad. That's bad when you put up AFC finals.
I thought it wasn't real at first, and then they showed like an actual picture of it, and I was like, oh no, they didn't. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, Ole Miss did like the same thing one time. Them and LSU tied for the NFC. I'm sorry, the NFC, the SEC West title one year, but LSU won the tiebreaker. So LSU wouldn't play for the SEC championship game. Well, Ole Miss hung a banner in their statement that said West champions. I mean, technically they were co-champions, but technically speaking, they were. By rules, if you tie, you can claim a co-championship. But the tiebreaker, if just the head-to-head was LSU, then they go to Atlanta. But Ole Miss did have a banner that said they won the SEC West in 2003. They since took it down because they got a lot of flack for it.
I'm just saying that, like we've mentally, the Patriots have mentally demolished a lot of teams. Except the Giants. We beat Atlanta so bad in the Super Bowl that they still haven't recovered.
Except the Giants. The Giants are the only team that you haven't really. They own you.
No, the Giants got our number twice.
And I really was rooting for y'all the first time, only because I wanted to see Mercury Morris shut up.
Mercury Morris and Shula shut up, right? Yeah.
Mercury Morris shut up, but didn't happen. That's the only reason why. I was pulling for the Patriots because I just wanted to see Mercury Morris shut up. But man,
I told you, Pat. The Patriots have a lot of money. We'll be taking some of your players this offseason. So I'm going to say thank you ahead of time for that.
Oh man, what's up, Pat? What's up, man?
I'm going to say thank you for Michael Gallup, Pat. Thanks for Gallup. Appreciate that.
So
get used to it, Pat. Get used to seeing that flying Elvis emblem on Gallup's jersey because it's going to happen.
Flying Elvis. So are you joining any games this weekend? Or are you just
I don't know. I'll have to see what the times are and all that. I haven't really looked at it since the Pats got knocked out.
Yeah. Of course, I'm doing the same Sunday, but I know you do the Celtics.
The Celtics are playing Sunday night, so I'll probably be doing that. I'll probably be doing that.
Don't they play tomorrow?
They play Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
The Pelicans play Wednesday and Friday. Hopefully they'll.
I can't believe the Pelicans lost that game.
They won't blow this tomorrow night. I mean, man, they were up by 10 points with 2 minutes left, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. 2 minute mark. I'm like, okay, it's not over yet, but it's 10 points. I mean, you get if you get a stop and then you go down and get a score, make it 12, it's pretty much over then. Well, the Patriots got a 3-pointer. Pelicans go down and get nothing. I'm like, oh shit. And then they're up by 6 with 24 seconds left, and they blow that. It goes to overtime. I knew then it was over with. Yeah, I saw you. Devontae Smith won the Heisman. He deserved it. Receiver for Alabama. Finally.
He is stupid good.
They finally give the Heisman Trophy to somebody other than a quarterback. Finally. Yeah. It's been long overdue. He deserves
it though. He's good. That kid is really good.
Yeah. They definitely got the if they would have given it to Mac Jones, it'd have been wrong.
Yeah, but see, like it's weird though, because like look at what's surrounding Mac Jones too. You know what I mean? Look at the talent.
But he deserved it. I mean, he definitely deserved it.
To be honest, Goose, I think the Pats may take a shot at Mac Jones if he falls that far.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Saints do. Where we pick.
It would not if Belichick's going to pick a quarterback if he's going to take a quarterback, I would be willing to bet that if Mac Jones falls to him, he'll pick him.
Yeah, because there's going to be some quarterbacks in the draft that you got a bunch of them that potentially have to be real. If you take out Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, there's a lot of them that have potentially really, really good. Kyle Trask, the guy from BYU, Trey Lance is from North Dakota State. He's good.
The top 5 quarterbacks in this draft are good. They're real good.
It's so if you need a quarterback, you might see some movement in the draft.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That those teams in the top 10, like if you look at it this year, there's like 14 potential teams that could be looking for quarterbacks.
Right. Saints are one. I think the Saints, they might not say it publicly, but I think they need to find.
They have to find someone. They have to find the next guy. They do.
Yeah. And maybe if it's in, I think it's going to have to be in the draft. Like the Chargers did. The Chargers found their guy, and they played him. That's why Herbert's going to be good. That's why Herbert's going to be really, really good because they're playing him. So you got to play. Peyton Manning went out and threw over 20 interceptions his rookie year. He turned out all right. I forgot how many he threw. He threw a bunch. Peyton Manning, his rookie year.
Bill, I don't want Evan Engram anywhere near this team. That dude is the worst.
And he has some
worst.
Bad. He dropped another pass Sunday and caused it to get picked off.
He can't catch anything. No. Hard pass. No way.
I mean, would anybody really pick him up? I mean, they got tape on him.
I would rather have them draft, if they don't draft Mac Jones, then draft Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts is he'll probably be the first tight end taken. If not, people are crazy. Because
the Pats are sitting at I think 15. And just looking at what who's ahead of him, there's definitely a possibility that he could be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, because that's he's good. Like I would rather have if they don't draft quarterback in the first round, then I'd like to see him take either a tight end or a wide receiver because they need it bad.
Yeah. So I think we were all in agreement. We all agreed on what teams we think are winning this week. We had the Bills, the Seahawks, the Buccaneers, the Saints, the Ravens. I'm sorry. I picked the Titans. Did you pick the Titans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I picked the Steelers. Okay.
I have no faith in the Ravens in the playoffs. None. Not with Lamar leading that team. Not with Lamar leading that team. No way. Nope.
So I guess we're still off the Browns bandwagon, right? If they win this week, man, if they win this week, I might have.
If Stefanski was there and they didn't have all the COVID and they didn't have all the issues that they're having, it might be closer. But still, you beat Mason Rudolph last week.
Yeah.
You didn't beat Big Ben. You didn't beat a Big Ben led Steelers team. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. Like you're talking a vet who's been there before and who I think the Browns got a little 15 minutes in the sunshine and now it's back to reality. Sorry, Browns fans. Maybe.
Because if they win this week, I might have to pick them next week, no matter who they play. I might just have to roll the dice and.
If they can beat a full go Steeler team with an assistant head coach, yeah.
I might. I don't care. I don't care if they play the Chiefs. I might have to. You know what? I'm on the Browns bandwagon, baby.
Man. I just want to see the Chiefs get knocked out. I hate that team.
I think Buffalo has a chance. I think Buffalo has a chance in the AFC.
If any team in the AFC could do it, it's going to be the Bills.
Yeah. But all right, man. So I think that's it, man. As I still got some food left over to eat.
I was just going to say I'm about to go get some food.
Are you going to get what you getting?
I'll probably run to the pizza joint down the street.
Yeah. I'm about to text you. I know I text you about making risotto because I watch Hell's Kitchen a lot. You ever watch that Gordon Ramsay show?
Risotto is easy, man. It's cheese and rice and a little some spices add to it. It's easy.
And all they make risotto a lot, like lobster risotto, whatever. And I can't find any place around here that makes any restaurant that makes kind of risotto. And I'm like, man, I want to try it.
It's easy. You'll be able to do it.
You don't boil it in water, do you? Boil it you don't boil it. You don't cook it in water, do you? No.
Risotto?
Yeah.
Well, you have to make the rice.
Yeah, you make the rice, and then you add. I thought you added like oil and I don't know.
It's just, dude. It's literally like cream and cheese. It's super easy.
Super easy.
I could show you how to make it in 15 minutes. Maybe we'll do a cooking episode for risotto.
Yeah. Risotto. Maybe
we'll make seafood risotto.
You make it like a lobster risotto. Y'all got lobsters up there.
Dude, I could walk like 3 minutes and go get me a live lobster right now.
You're like Kramer. You ever watch Seinfeld?
Mm-hmm.
When Kramer wouldn't keep poaching them lobsters.
Uh-huh.
he was pulling up the traps for those lobsters. He thought they were like just for everybody. Kramer was a character in that show. That was funny show, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish my din, but you're gonna get some pizza. You're lucky, man. So you get to go to a place that's open 24 hours, and they probably fling the dough up in the air, and you can watch them, roll out the dough and all that kind of crap.
Oh yeah, come on, focus, work with me, camera.
Focus, camera, focus power, Daniel.
Here.
Focus power, Danielson. Focus power, Danielson. But man, so hopefully we got some good games. I think we're gonna have.
Anonymous, we ain't dude. All I gotta do is go talk to my guy at the docks, and I can get him for like $8.
You'll get you a lobster.
I know a guy, Anonymous. I know a guy.
I mean, you're Italian. You always know a guy.
So. I always know a guy. We always know a guy. We got guys for everything.
That's why I'm friends with you and Bad Dog and Tana, because you know guy. If you need somebody to bust some kneecaps, say, Bobby, man, you know somebody who knows how to take care of kneecaps.
We get guys for everything, and sometimes we get guys for taking care of guys.
Yeah, but I don't want them 6 feet under. I just want them hurt. Like I don't want them 6 feet under. I want him to walk around with a hobble. Oh, well, about the timeout, Pat. Pat's me. He says he likes to mute me, and yeah, okay, yeah. He like his. He has to take ibuprofens to hear my voice. Yeah, okay, crazy. But I think that's gonna be it, man.
Yeah. Trying to fix this. There we go.
There we go. There we go. You should get you a Patriots logo for your little avatar. Something like that, a Patriot or a.
I know. I got to reset. I got to reset it. I had it all set up for the other one. I have to reset all that stuff. I basically put what I needed. What's up?
You said you got a new computer?
Yeah, I built my own desktop.
Okay, so. It's a desktop. So it's a desktop on a laptop. Okay.
Yeah. So I basically have enough to like get me streaming and enough of basically anything I need to just stream. But outside of that, like I'm still in the process of transferring all like the animations and the all the stuff over from the old laptop to the desktop. I just haven't had time because I had a ton of stuff over there.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll go get your din. It's like 8:10 by it's 8:10 by you.
It is. It's like it's 10:08.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, man. Over on this guy. Here we go. This guy here. That's it.
My channel, and we'll wrap up wild card weekend.
And
see how good we did.
And hopefully we can get to divisional round. It's a week to week. But anyway,
seriously, no doubt there.
But at least one of us is in it. One of our teams in it. And has a chance.
Way to rub it in.
We'll see. Well, at least the Cowboys. At least the Cowboys aren't in it. The Cowboys and the Niners. They're out.
The Cowboys are sitting right here next to me on the couch. Let me get you some popcorn, Pat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Zeke and Dak with his busted up ankle. They're all sitting right here next to me on this couch watching the playoffs.
Yep. You and Diesel, right?
Oh yeah.
And Diesel. Yeah. Does Diesel eat pizza?
Huh? He's fat. He eats anything.
He's fat. Yeah. All right, man. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, man. We'll